Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mo, and in today's video I'm gonna be reading until I get a 5-star. And I don't think we're gonna be that long because I have some heavy hitters today. If this first book does not give me 5 stars, I feel like I know what will. Without further ado, I guess I'll introduce the first book. This is A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. It has been circulating around TikTok and YouTube. The girlies love it. I read 7 Days in June by Tia Williams and I really loved it, so I was hoping that I would like this one. All I know is that it's set in 1920s Harlem and there could be a set of magical realism in here. Everyone's reviews that I've heard, they're like spoiler free, they're saying that these two belong together, like it's like a fate kismet type connection, and that's what I need right now. I need that real bad. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hey y'all, I just got back home from work. Today I had a really chill day. I just had to sit at the hospital with a client, so I read pretty much all day. I got to basically 50% of the book. It's like 47%. I'm on chapter 13. There's just so many things to update y'all on. I don't really know where to start. Like, I tried to get my thoughts together before I got on here, but I don't know what to say. But I'm ready to go to bed. It's almost midnight, so let's wrap this up. But I feel like if I was gonna tell y'all tomorrow, like, I kind of want to read tonight. I don't know. Like, I want to stay up and read. I know I'm not gonna finish it. Like, no. But so we're following originally, because I was like, oh, it's set 1920s Harlem, which it is, but it isn't, because it's also present day. So we're following Ricky, aka Richard. Okay, so she ends up meeting this lady named Miss Della, who was recently widowed. She's like 96. I don't know what else to say besides like a fated type thing. Like, they keep saying kindred spirits, which I don't know how to use that in a sentence for real, but I guess they're kindred spirits. I don't know. But they have like a cute little granddaughter grandma type relationship right now, and it's so cute. Okay, so it starts with Ricky, and she lives in like Atlanta, and her family's so like high society bougie bitches. They own like a funeral home company, and everyone's like, well, if you get your own franchise, like, you'll get your trust fund and all this. And she's just like, I want to make my own way. I want to get out the mud. Like, I don't want to do that. I want something passionate. What was I gonna talk about? Oh, so anyway, she meets this lady, and the lady's like, it was like they were meant to meet. The lady was like, oh, I have this brownstone in New York, like, you should come do your shop there, blah blah. And like that happens. She's in New York, she's finding her way around, she's seeing all these historical buildings that used to be certain things, but they got gentrified, so they're not what they were supposed to be. I should have did this tomorrow. I'm so sleepy. I don't feel like I'm making any sense. And now editing me is gonna have to do so much work. Sorry, girl. We love you over here. Thank you, production team. I assumed that the magical realism was gonna be like a past life thing because we get Ezra Breeze, but then we also get a new Ezra. But this Ezra, he's just like a tortured soul. He don't want to get close to her. They keep meeting in random places. Every other day they try to avoid each other and they keep meeting up. He's like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you. I'm scared of us. Quote, verbatim. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. I'm feeling things, y'all. I'm feeling things for Ezra. Also, there's like a thing on TikTok. I've been seeing people fan casting this guy that I be seeing. He has videos that I be seeing. I be seeing him. And I see why they fan casted him. Like, he has such like a deep southern drawl, and it's so cute to me. I think it's so endearing. It's so charming, and they fan casted him well. I'm not gonna put his TikTok up, but if you know, you know. If you know, you know. This is so hard to talk about without like telling you every single thing, because I basically did, but I didn't. I feel like if you like the 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston? I think that's how I've been saying it. Every once in a while, I don't remember how to say this person's name. Ashley P. I love this book, and I feel like if you enjoy this one, you'll like this one even more so. You'll like this one even more so. I mean, like, equally, or if not more. This one had way more magic though, so if you're someone that doesn't really care to read that much about magic, maybe this will be more of your cup of tea. I'll get a better scope of it once I actually figure out what the magic is in that book. I was getting similar vibes, low-key. They're not the same, but I feel like if you like this kind of book, you might like that kind of book. That's it. Just the way that Miss Della and Ricky explain love, I just feel like I have never been in love, and I need that kind of experience, but also I don't, because like at the end of the day, let's get pessimistic for a second. At the end of the day is gonna end. Shout out to Glorilla. But good things have to come to an end, and I just would hate that. Like, that would tear me up. Like, the love that they're describing, to me, love is like listening to an album. Some people skip to their favorite songs and ignore the rest. Other people listen to the entire album over and over until it's familiar and cherished and they know every note by heart. That's how Redacted and I loved each other. He was music I can listen to forever. Music I could listen to forever? If I could, I'd throw the book. I mean, I can, but I'm not throwing that book. I paid monies for that book. Actually, I don't think I paid for this book. I think it was a birthday gift. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I feel like I just said a bunch of nothing, to be honest. But just know I'm loving it. I don't know if it's gonna be 5 stars though. Like, that would be crazy. Like, the first book, I mean, the point is to find a 5-star though. Okay, anyway, we're at the 50% mark, and we're finally getting to where he's like about to tell her the secret, and she's like, how about we just spend the day together, and then you could just tell me your big secret at the end of the day. And he's like, okay. And I feel like I'm about to fall in love even more. So we done here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Hey y'all, so I did finish A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. This was actually a really great pick for the first book in this video. Like, y'all are gonna be, I don't know how y'all are gonna react, but it was so close to being 5 stars and it did not make 5 stars. So I'm gonna tell you my rating, and then I'm gonna tell you the next book I'm gonna read. Going into this blind was it was great. I didn't even read the inside flap. I didn't know anything about this except for what I told y'all. If you haven't read this yet, I would definitely go into it blind because this is beautiful. I love soulmates. Like, I love love, you know? I'm just such a romantic at heart. I'm a lover at the end of the day. This was everything. This is everything. I teared up a little bit at the end. If you've read it, you know, you know. I felt like it was gonna end that way as soon as I found out the conditions of something. But when it actually happened, I was like, no. No. So anyway, let me get my iPad so I can tell you my rating. It was so close. And honestly, the whole time I was reading this, I was like, it's not completely 5, but like, it's really close. Like, the whole time I was reading it, I felt like that. Characters, I gave 9. I was gonna bring it down because I hated the sisters and I hated one of the main characters too. Atmosphere, 10. Writing style, 8.5. Okay, atmosphere. All the Harlem history, I was like, wow, I need to visit New York so bad. Like, obviously, this is not the same New York. Like, part of this is because it's set in 2024, but like, a lot of this is like historical Renaissance era. I want to research every single person I was mentioning here. Like, I'm not really into like jazz. I haven't really like gotten to jazz or anything like that. But a lot of like the old school music that we get a lot of samples from, I would like to deep dive into them a little bit, but also not. So like a surface level dive. Yeah. If that's it. It's not a dive, it's surface level. A little dip. Yeah, a little dip. Writing style, I gave it 8.5 only because I didn't give it 10. I had a reason why I didn't give it 10. Hold on one second. Because now I'm like, why wasn't it not 10? I feel like in a romance book, I shouldn't have to be looking up words like every other sentence. And that's on me because I have a limited vocabulary. But some words is just like, okay, girl, we're not using clandestine every, you know, like, it is not a fantasy or a sci-fi. So I feel like certain words, I felt like, why the f is this here? Like, just to describe certain things. Like, when people say like diaphanous for transparent, I'm just like, translucent, transparent was right there. And those are big words. That was really it. I had a little ache about that. That's really the only problem I had with the writing style. It could have been 9, but I was just like, fuck it. There was some pop culture references, so I feel like this kind of book is not completely timeless, even though it does have like different time periods in it. I feel like if you read this in a couple years, like, kind of how like some 2014 books are reading right now, this kind of book probably would be like, what the f, when it comes to like social media and certain things. But I don't know how things are gonna progress. I don't know. Plot, I gave an 8. Intrigue, I gave 10. Logic, I gave 8. And then enjoyment, I gave 9. That came out to be 8.92. And that is actually right at 4.75 stars. Because if it got into 9, that would have been 5-star category. So 4.75. I'm not mad at it at all. So the next book that we're gonna read is This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. So I read Before I Let Go sometime last year. Wait, was it 2023 I read this? I believe so. Loved it. I think I gave it 5-star. I don't know. This is thick. I have not read. Sorry. This is Soledad's story. This is Yasmin in the first book. This is one of her best friends. This is her story. And I've heard that this is more of like a self-discovery. It has romance a little bit in it, but it's more like a women's fiction. I already knew in the first book that her wasn't shit. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Kennedy Ryan has not failed me yet. I have not read the Hoop series. I'm really scared to read the Hoop series because like a lot of my mutuals and like people that I've watched the reviews, everyone is like, I don't know. I don't really think that's for me. But Real, oh, I ate that up. I need to own that physically. I do have Before I Let Go now. I didn't have it, but I got it for my birthday so I can have this as well. And I'm really excited for Hendrix's story. I'm all over the place right now. I'm really excited. I love romance. Like, I was really in my fantasy bag for a while, but this is home. This is home. And dare I say, Kennedy Ryan, I think, is my favorite author. Yeah. What else have I read by her? Was it just Real and Before I Let Go? Yeah, I think so. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, so before I went to work, I got to like 10% of the book, but at work I got to pretty much 50%, which is a pretty big amount. I'm almost 200 pages in and I'm really enjoying myself. It's kind of focused on the main character more so that, and then there is romance on the side, but like it hasn't gotten to that point yet. Like it's just kind of like little flirtations here and there with the love interest. And I'm trying to keep this spoiler free because I have a problem with like trying to tell y'all every single thing that I ever read, because anything that I find interesting, I feel like y'all would too. So I just be like, y'all won't believe this. So like, I don't know. I try to keep it a good balance between like not telling y'all too much, but then telling y'all like little scenes that don't really mean that much. What I will say is, what I read to tell y'all, in A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, Ezra Walker is my new book boyfriend. One of my new book boyfriends. And then also, I think, mayhaps, I don't know yet. We still don't really know him that well. Yeah, I might have to reevaluate some things because I don't know how I'm rating this so far. Soledad, everything that she like basically built for her family is crumbling down because of a lot of like lies and betrayals and stuff like that. So she's getting a lot of help and just, you know, doing things that she loves, doing things to take care of herself, putting herself first. Well, her kids are first, but like acknowledging her own needs. Technically, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, if you really like round it up, 4.75 stars is technically 5 stars. If this doesn't become a 5 stars, I think I'm just gonna bump it up to 5 stars and just call it good, because the feelings that I got with that book are different, and I'm not trying to pit two bad bitches against each other because obviously I'm not even done as well. But I'm just like, I don't know. Okay, y'all. So I'm like 75% into the book, and obviously if I include those clips, we got our first sex scene, 75% into the book. And usually I'd be like, girl, this is almost 400 pages. Like, what the? But this book had so much going on. Like, I don't know how I didn't feel like this was going to be a 5 star until this point. It wasn't just that scene that like made everything come full circle, but it kind of did, like everything leading up. Like, we're having conversations about raising children with a person that has narcissistic tendencies, raising children with autism, and co-parenting, seeing what that's like, being there for friends. Like, I just love how nurturing, I love women. I love women. I love being a woman. I love being a Black woman. Like, I love the solidarity and the sisterhood that comes with female friendships. I love it so much. The warmth and support and pouring into that happens in friendships with women. I live. This book, it just tackles so many topics. I was like, this is ambitious. For a romance book, it's more than that. Not to diminish any other romance book, but like, this does something more for me. I don't know. Kennedy Ryan, she speaks to my soul. I don't know. I am being so dramatic right now, I feel like. But Kennedy Ryan gets me. Like, this is only my 3rd book I ever read by Kennedy Ryan. Is there anything she can't do? This shit is just so good. Like, I'm just staring at, like, you know, when you be eating something, you be like, what's in the ingredients? Like, wow. That's how I feel right now. If I don't finish this tonight, it's gonna be done tomorrow. Like, it's gonna be done. And yeah, I think we know what it's gonna get. Hey y'all, so I finished. Let's get into the rating, shall we? Characters 9, atmosphere 8, writing style 10, plot 10, intrigue 9, logic 9, enjoyment 10. That was 9.28. So this is a 5 star. And I don't know, for a while it was getting shaky and rocky. Like, I was just like, is this gonna be a 5 star? Like, this is almost 400 pages for contemporary romance. But there's just so much in here. Oh, I got my life. And like, okay, there were sex scenes in there in the last quarter of the book, but I could have went without them. Honestly, they were really appreciated though. I love them, don't get me wrong, but I could have went without them and still enjoyed this just the same. Am I insane? Am I me anymore? I don't know. For me to ever doubt Kennedy Ryan's pen is crazy, and I shall not do it again for future works. I can't say anything about the Hoop series because eventually I probably will read that, but I'm not in any rush whatsoever. As the title suggests, the video's over. So thank you for watching. I thought I had a couple more books in me, like at least 1 or 2, but I think I know my auto-buy authors. Like, I know you. I know who she is. I know her. Thank y'all for joining me on this ride. I don't know what I would have done without a 5 star. I would have been doing this forever, I guess. So I'm really sleepy and kind of delirious. I probably should have did an outro tomorrow or something like that, but I'm done. Okay? Bye. See you in the next video, hopefully.